Switzerland is one of the most beautiful countries in the world to explore by car. From stunning alpine passes and crystal-clear lakes to charming villages and world-class cities, driving here can feel like being inside a travel movie. But while it's incredibly rewarding, it's also a country with strict rules, unique road systems, and a few surprises if you're not prepared. So here are 10 essential tips to help you drive confidently and make the most of your Swiss road trip. Crossing into Switzerland by car is usually quick and straightforward, but it can feel a bit unusual. In many cases, especially when entering from neighboring countries, you might just drive straight through with little or no stopping. However, there are still customs points, and occasionally you may be asked to pull over for checks. Make sure you have your passport or ID ready, along with your driving documents, just in case. This is also often where you can buy your Motorway vignette if you haven't already, so it's a good place to stop and get everything sorted before continuing your journey. Overall, it's typically smooth and stress-free, but it's always best to stay alert and follow any signs or instructions at the border. To drive on Swiss motorways, you'll need a vignette, which is a toll sticker displayed on your windshield. It costs around 40 Swiss francs and is valid for the entire calendar year, not just a few days or weeks. You can buy it at petrol stations, post offices, or right at the border when entering Switzerland. There's also a digital version available now, which is linked to your license plate. The fine for driving on Swiss motorways without a valid vignette is 200 Swiss francs. Additionally, you are required to purchase the vignette 40 Swiss francs immediately, bringing the total cost to 240 Swiss francs. These penalties are strictly enforced through regular police and customs inspections. Switzerland is famous for its mountain passes, but timing is everything. Most high-altitude passes are only open between June and October, depending on snowfall and weather conditions. Outside of this period, roads can be completely closed due to snow, ice, or avalanche risk. Even during summer, conditions can change quickly, so it's always a good idea to check road status online before heading out. If a pass is closed, don't worry, Switzerland usually offers alternatives like tunnels or lower roads, but they may not be as scenic. Speed limits in Switzerland are strictly enforced, and this is not a country where you want to take chances. Typical limits are 50 km per hour in towns, 80 km per hour on rural roads, and 120 km per hour on motorways. But what really stands out is the number of speed cameras. They're everywhere, including in tunnels and even on quiet roads. Fines can be very expensive and are often calculated based on how much you exceed the limit. In serious cases, they can even depend on your income. So it's best to relax, stick to the limits, and enjoy the scenery. Fuel in Switzerland is relatively expensive, especially compared to neighboring countries. If you're entering from places like France, Germany, or Italy, it can be cheaper to fill up before crossing the border. Petrol stations are widely available, even in mountainous areas, but prices are fairly consistent across the country. Electric vehicle charging is also well developed if you're driving an electric vehicle. A good navigation system is essential when driving in Switzerland. Apps like Google Maps work well, but signal can drop in tunnels or remote mountain areas. Downloading offline maps is a smart backup. Also, sometimes the fastest route isn't the most scenic, so if you're here for the views, don't be afraid to take the longer way around. Parking in Switzerland can be a bit confusing at first, but once you understand the system, it's actually very easy. You'll notice that parking spaces are often marked with different colors, mainly white, blue, and yellow, and each one has its own rules. White spaces are usually paid parking. You simply buy a ticket from a nearby machine and display it on your dashboard. Yellow spaces are private, so you should avoid parking there unless you have permission. The most important one to understand is the blue zone. These are very common, especially in towns and residential areas. Blue zones are free, but only for a limited time, and to park there, you'll need something called a blue parking disc. This is a small card that you place on your dashboard to show your arrival time. You set the time to the next half hour after you arrive, and that tells authorities how long you've been parked. A blue parking disc in Switzerland typically costs around 4 Swiss francs to 5 Swiss francs and can be purchased at gas stations, post offices, and major supermarkets. The blue parking disc, Parkscheibe, does not have an expiry date. Just make sure it's clearly visible on your dashboard and always check nearby signs for time limits. In Switzerland, using your headlights isn't just for nighttime, it's actually required during the day as well. By law, you must drive with your headlights on at all times, even in bright daylight. Most modern cars have daytime running lights, which are usually enough, but if you're driving an older vehicle, you'll need to turn your headlights on manually. This rule is all about visibility and safety, especially on winding mountain roads or in changing weather conditions. Headlights are also essential in tunnels, and Switzerland has a lot of them, so make sure they're always on. Even though driving is amazing, Switzerland's public transport system is world-class. Trains, buses, and cable cars can take you to places that are difficult or stressful to reach by car, especially in busy tourist areas. In some cases, it's actually easier to park your car and continue your journey by train. Consider mixing both options for the best experience. And finally, don't rush. Switzerland isn't just about reaching your destination. The drive itself is the highlight. Take breaks, stop at viewpoints, explore small villages, and really soak in the scenery. Some of your best memories will come from the moments in between. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more travel and driving content. And let me know in the comments, what's the most beautiful road you've ever driven?